Today is 4th February 2026 Wednesday. I am Pampa Kuchlan, a member of Hosla, a senior citizen care startup organization, is here today with some collected news which may help to keep you up to date about the current events. Every day from morning to evening, Hosla is coming up with different activities in which we, the senior citizens 50 plus years of age, participate to make our life healthy and happy. We do different things which include singing, reciting, storytelling, drawing, acting, etc. Every day from 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. we participate online in self-care practice not only for physical well-being but we enter a spiritual world through meditation following suitable yoga mudras to awaken chakras. In meditation we express our gratitude to the universe, remember our parents, showing respect to them for their kindness and blessings throughout our whole life. Recently, Hosla arranged a Hosla Premier League game competition for the senior citizens of India, where the games in which they should participate are very much suitable for them and they can participate offline and online also accordingly with the nature of the game. So, if you are a senior citizen of India, very much welcome to participate. You register your name beforehand. To know everything in detail, call Hosla. The number is 7811009309. Please note it. 7811009309. Make a call for any information related to it or to register your name in Hosla Premier League game competition. Now coming to news headlines. Mamata Banerjee files a writ petition in the Supreme Court against Election Commission. Sunetra Power's first comments after taking oath. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented her 9th consecutive budget. Budget 2026 Rare Earth Corridors proposed. Khamenei warns US of regional war in Iran if Iran is attacked. Pakistan to boycott T20 World Cup group match against India. Frivolous claims. India rejects Pakistan's baseless claims on Balochistan attack. Flight from Bangladesh lands in Pakistan's Karachi for first time in 14 years. Sunil Gavaskar's blunt message to ICC after Pakistan announced India boycott at T20 World Cup. Baloch militant group releases photos of 2 suicide attackers, both were women. Indian weather news. Alerts for rain, snow and dense fog across North India. Discovery of ancient beach on Mars. Clues to planet's past life. Now coming to details. Mamata Banerjee files writ petition in Supreme Court against Election Commission over West Bengal SIR process. 1st February 2026, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has filed a writ petition in the Supreme Court against the Election Commission of India, challenging the special intensive revision SIR process ongoing in the state. The petition was filed on January 28. She had earlier written to the Chief Election Commissioner stating that the process was being carried out in violation of the Representation of People's Act and the rules. Earlier, TMC MP Derek O'Brien had moved an application in the Supreme Court contending that the ECI was issuing informal instructions to the electoral officers. Recently, the Supreme Court had issued a slew of directions to the ECI to ensure a smooth and transparent verification of persons included in the logical discrepancy list after the publication of the draft roll. Sunetra Power's first comments after taking oath as Deputy Chief Minister, January 31st, 2026. Sunetra Ajit Power was sworn in today, 31st January 2026, as the first woman Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, taking the mantle under the shadow of personal and political tragedy. Her appointment follows the death of her husband and former Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Ajit Pawar, in a plane crash earlier the previous week on January 28, 2026. His death laid a massive void in the state's leadership. The transition marks a pivotal moment in Maharashtra's political history as Sunetra Power vows to transform her grief into a mission for the state's progress. She acknowledged the mountain of grief that has fallen upon the state, but emphasized that the late leader's devotion to duty and honest commitment to the people would serve as her guiding light. Budget 2026. Push to economy to maintain growth momentum, says N. Sitharaman. February 1, 2026. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented her 9th consecutive budget today, February 1, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Income tax payers who were expecting tax rebates or standard deduction changes did not get relief. The markets crashed while the budget was being presented and currently stand in red. Sitharaman's budget was inspired by 3 kartavyas or responsibilities to accelerate and sustain economic growth by enhancing competitiveness, fulfill aspirations, ensure every family, community, and region has access to resources and opportunities for the participation. PM Modi said the Free Trade Agreement FTA reached with European Union recently would benefit Indian manufacturers, including those in Punjab, in exporting their products. Budget 2026. Rare earth corridors proposed as India navigates China's sectoral dominance. February 1, 2026. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced in her Union Budget 2026 speech that the government will support the mineral-rich states of Odisha, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu in establishing rare earth corridors to promote the mining, processing, research, and manufacturing of critical minerals. This announcement arrives as China, the dominant force in rare earth production and exports, leverages its mining industry as a strategic bargaining chip in its ongoing tariff war with the US. While the US remains the second largest importer of Chinese rare earths after Japan, India is also heavily dependent on China for these materials. Khamenei warns US of regional war if Iran is attacked. 1st February 2026. Tehran, Iran. Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has warned the United States that any attack on his country would result in a regional war, as US President Donald Trump amasses military assets in the Middle East. They should know that if they start a war, this time it will be regional war. The 86-year-old supreme leader, who has held absolute power for 37 years, said at an event in downtown Tehran on Sunday. He was speaking to a large crowd of supporters gathered to mark the anniversary of Ayatollah Ruhollah Khamenei's return to Iran from exile in France in 1979, which led to the Iranian Revolution and the flight of the US-backed ruler Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. The protest started on December 28 after shopkeepers in Tehran's business district protested Iran's rapid economic decline linked to local mismanagement and corruption, as well as the collapse of Iran's currency, the rial, amid sanctions imposed by the US and its allies. But the protests soon morphed into nationwide expressions of anger over curtailed personal and social freedoms, and acute energy and water crisis, and severe air pollution, among other things. The United Nations International Rights Group and foreign-based opponents of the Iranian establishment say thousands were shot dead or stabbed by security forces during the protests. The UN Special Rapporteur said the number of fatalities may surpass 20,000 as more information stifled by a weeks-old internet blackout comes out. US-based activities allege there were 6,713 deaths and claim they are investigating 17,000 others. Other sources cite even higher figures. Iranian authorities mention that terrorists armed and funded by the US and Israel were responsible for the mass killings. India slashes fund to Bangladesh by half amid diplomatic tensions, February 1, 2026. India has significantly reduced its allocation for Bangladesh in the Union Budget 2026-27. The government has allocated rupees 60 crore to the neighboring country as a 50% drop from rupees 120 crore allocated in the previous fiscal year. This reduction comes amid escalating diplomatic friction over violence against minorities, particularly the Hindu community, and a notable shift in Dhaka's foreign policy towards Pakistan following the fall of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's regime in 2024. You are listening news from Hosla Radio. Pakistan to boycott T20 World Cup group match against India. 1st February 2026. Pakistan will boycott their Group A game against India 2026 T20 World Cup. A post issued by the government of Pakistan's official X account said the government had granted permission to the Pakistan team to travel to Sri Lanka for the tournament, but that the Pakistan cricket team shall not take the field in the match scheduled on 15th February 2026 against India. The statement did not specify a reason for the decision. Frivolous claims. India rejects Pakistan's baseless claims on Balochistan attack. February 1, 2026. India on Sunday categorically rejected baseless allegations made by Pakistan regarding the ongoing attacks in Balochistan, calling them useless tactics to deflect attention from its own internal feelings. The MEA statement said that Islamabad should focus on addressing long-standing demands of the people of Balochistan, highlighting the neighboring countries' suppression, brutality, and violation of human rights in the region. Flight from Bangladesh lands in Pakistan's Karachi for first time in 14 years. January 30, 2026. A flight from Bangladesh capital Dhaka landed at the Jinnah International Airport in Pakistan's Karachi on Thursday, January 29, 2026, restoring non-stop air connectivity between the two countries after 14 years. After landing at Karachi Airport, the Biman Bangladesh Airlines flight was welcomed with a traditional water salute. The development comes amid growing banhami between Bangladesh and Pakistan after Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was ousted following massive student-led protest in Bangladesh on August 5, 2024. Sunil Gavaskar's blunt message to ICC after Pakistan announced India boycott at T20 World Cup. February 2, 2026. The Pakistan government has decided that its national cricket team will participate in the T20 World Cup 2026, but the side will boycott its match against India. The country announced its decision on Sunday. It has come following the International Cricket Council's verdict on Bangladesh issue. Bangladesh wanted their T20 World Cup matches to be shifted out of India in the wake of Mustafizur Rahman's exit from the Indian Premier League. Pakistan supported Bangladesh's cause, but the ICC denied the request, which eventually led to the latter team being replaced by Scotland. A week after ICC decision, Pakistan has shown unwillingness to play against India. Reacting to the decision, former India captain Sunil Gavaskar said that the Apex Cricket Board should take some action against Pakistan, making sure that nothing like that happens in future. Baloch militant group releases photos of two suicide attackers. Both were women. New Delhi, February 2, 2026. The Balochistan Liberation Army BLA, which took responsibility for the large-scale coordinated attacks across cities and towns in Pakistan province, has released the images of two of their attackers. Both of them are women, with one identified as 24-year-old Asifa Mengal. The deadly attack killed nearly 50 people, including at least 17 security personnel. In response, Pakistani security forces launched a 40-hour battle to take down more than 140 militants, so far, Balochistan Chief Minister Sarfraz Bugti said on Sunday. Now, coming to Indian weather news. As of February 3, 2026, India Meteorological Department has issued alerts for rain, snow, and dense fog across North India, driven by active western disturbances. Key areas including Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, and Uttar Pradesh expect light rain and thunderstorm, while Jammu, Kashmir, and Himachal Pradesh face significant snowfall. Concluding today with a space news, discovery of ancient beach on Mars provides clues to planet's past life. February 3, 2026. NASA's Perseverance rover has uncovered evidence of an ancient beach that once hosted a vast lake around 3.5 billion years ago. As scientists continue their probe to find possible clues to past life on the red planet, these findings suggest that Mars may have had a more hospitable environment, with water playing a significant role in shaping the planet's surface. The Imperial College London led the study, and the findings were published in the Journal of Geophysical Research, Planets. The discovery was made in the margin unit of Jezero crater, with researchers identifying wave-formed beaches and rocks altered by subsurface water. I am expressing my feelings about our curiosity and fascination with Mars in my own words. It seems that one day I will depart for the red planet, where the vast ocean was across the northern hemisphere, with the waves of the sea in swinging motion touched the sandy, rust-red, beautiful shore. Ending here today. Stay happy and blessed.